Zelda's percentages. Now, the premise is simple. I read you a statement, Al, and
Okay.
you and I will both respond with a percentage, 100% being this absolutely will happen, 0% being there's no chance at all. And we're gonna have a percentage of if this statement that I read to you will occur or maybe would have occurred in the past. Does it? Have I explained the rules succinctly? Do we all understand?
Yeah, I think so.
All right, awesome. Well, that being said, and by the way, so usually when we're doing the show, we're live streaming on Twitch right now at the Zelda Cast. Usually we don't like have the chat open, but I do have the chat open today. So if you guys have any spicy takes of your own, I'll try and read them out for everybody listening in podcast form as well. But the best way to do this is just to do it. So let's do it. I have the first statement ready for you, and it's a doozy. I'm coming out swinging. Are you ready?
Okay, let's do it, I guess.
Zelda Breath of the Wild 2 sales will be less than half of Breath of the Wild's total lifetime sales on Nintendo Switch.
Wow. On Nintendo Switch.
So I added in the at Nintendo Switch because the caveat of like if it ever gets like re-released for like the I don't know like the Switch 5 or something like that like down the road like we're talking about just this game on the Nintendo Switch. And I'm gonna let you go first, but I have an answer of my own, Al.
So you're saying less than half
Less than
of the
half.
total
And
lifetime.
just to be clear, let's make it a nice round number. Breath of the Wild is at 25 million units sold. So Breath of the Wild 2 needs to do 12.5 million.
I that it will happen, so I'm gonna say like maybe 20% chance that will happen. I don't think that the sales are gonna be as well
So no, no,
as Breath
okay.
of
So
the
you want
Wild.
you want 80% then because Breath of the Wild 2. I'm saying that Breath of the Wild 2 will sell less than half of Breath of the Wild.
Right, we'll sell less. I'm sorry. We're gonna spend the first one trying to discuss this, but will
Sell less than half.
less than
So
half.
if you
I
think,
don't think that's likely.
oh, okay,
I think it'll sell more. So my percentage would be still low, right?
okay.
Or
Sorry, I thought
no?
you said it would sell more than Breath of the Wild, which is
No, no,
which is
no, no,
crazy.
no, 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 no. No, just more than what
Okay,
you're
so you're going
saying.
20%. You know
Yeah.
what I'm
Yes.
going? I'm going 95%.
Why? Why do you think it would
95%.
only sell like half or less?
Because by the time that this game, first of all, I think that Breath of the Wild is like a complete anomaly. I don't think we'll ever see a Zelda game beat Breath of the Wild. I really don't. I think circumstances and word of mouth and everything made Breath of the Wild an anomaly. 12.5 is a massive, massive number of units sold.
Right.
And to put that into context, what was the highest selling game before Breath of the Wild?
Well, I don't know. What was it?
I'll tell you, it was Twilight Princess at about 8 million.
Hmm.
So, 12.5 million. Okay, for extra added context, and I'm just pulling this out of my butt because I happen to see it. The Last of Us 2. Okay, because we were just talking about The Last of Us. The Last of Us
Right.
2 has sold 10 million copies so far.
Okay.
I think that that's like a comparable in a sense of like that's a big established franchise that came out recently with a sequel that was a long time away from the first, not even really that long. So I'm gonna go 95%. I do not think it's going to pass that 12.5 million mark. And maybe it does, but then Breath of the Wild is still going to be like, let's say it gets to 14 million. Breath of the Wild will probably be sitting at 30 million by that point, you know?
I hear what you're saying, and I feel like that all sounds very sound, like sound good arguments. I
But
just
you're wrong.
and you know what? I could very much be wrong because I'm not a professional with these numbers. I don't understand these numbers the same that you might understand these numbers, but to me, I feel like Breath of the Wild, while yes, like a major success, probably an anomaly, it also brought on a lot of new people to the fandom. I feel like
Okay.
anytime I am talking about Zelda out in public outside of our circle, it's Breath of the Wild that people bring up, not any other Zelda from the last 30 years. and which I just find odd because there's, like I said, 30 years of games. And so I feel like it's a really highly anticipated game, sequel, and that I feel like it could break that mark. I don't know if it's gonna go like extremely as well as Breath of the Wild. I don't think it could, but
Okay.
I think it could still break that.